private money lenders is sometimes they don't want to share. Sometimes they won't tell their friends about you. Why do you think that is? If you have a conversation at a birthday party and you're talking to a dad, a mom, or whomever about private lending, they're going to have a lot of questions, and you are too. If you don't have questions, then you're not ready to borrow money anyway, right? Because you want to know that they are going to be a good fit for you. So take this from our experience. Back in the beginning, when Michelle and I first borrowed private capital, we didn't know what questions to ask. We didn't know what we were doing. We just kind of went into it. And that causes issues as you go down the road. So just trust me and try not to, fall into those same traps. Okay. So when they ask, what do you mean you move people's money? I've got some money. Can you move my money? You don't want to move just everybody's money. You don't want to use anybody's money just because they have money in their checking account. If this is money that they need to pay rent or to pay the car payment or kids' school, do you think you should borrow that money to do a flip? I hope everybody here says no. That is not a good idea. It needs to be funds that they don't need tomorrow. Guys, when we do a flip, we do maybe a 6-month note, and we fully intend to flip it and sell it in 6 months. But guess what? Stuff happens, as Forrest Gump would say. Right? How long did that flip end up taking, Sean? Was it 8 months. If someone is expecting that loan back at 6 and you have to go 8 because of delays and inspections and bad timing and it snows or whatever, you don't want that person hurt, right? So that's somebody that you probably don't want to borrow from. And if you're a needy borrower and you're not thinking into the future, you might take those funds and have a big problem 6 months later. I know that some of this is scary, but it's on purpose. When you're dealing with other people's money, you need to be afraid. You need to you need to be set up to not make mistakes there, okay? Now, if they do have investment capital or they have savings and they just got it sitting in an account like we talked about earlier where it's not making any money. The savings accounts right now is like 0.01%. Now you can put it into like T-bills and all kinds of stuff. But if they're not making at least 4 or 5% on it, they need to move it. They need to do something with it, okay? So those are some of the questions we asked. Like a really great question that I've heard and have seen used, I think it was a guy on the podcast that said it, was, hey, I'm looking to invest some capital. What's the best return you're getting on some of your capital? If you ask an investor that, they'll come out and tell you, oh, I got this great savings account. It's giving me 3%. I'm so excited about it. And then you're like, oh, 3%, man, I'm getting 8% by doing this, private money loan. I think I'll stick with that. You think an investor is going to be like, what? You think he'll just let you walk away with that comment? No, he's going to say, what? Tell me more about that. What does that mean? All right. In retirement accounts, I just talked to, who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody the other day about retirement accounts, and the fees, and this is just from like our accounts and stuff like that. If you just put it in the account that the employer says to use, or like the state-run retirement accounts, has anybody calculated how much fees you get taken out? How much? It's a lot. It's a lot of fees. Tony Robbins' book, Mastering the Game. He breaks it out in there, and it is scary how much the mutual funds and those IRAs, 401ks, they tell you, yeah, you made 10% on your retirement this year, but that's before the fees. And if you calculate after the fees, you end up at like 4%. It's crazy. And so if net investment accounts like that, retirement accounts aren't earning enough, these are people you want to talk to. Okay. Let them know that you have options. Okay.
Hey guys, real quick, it's Andrew, and thanks for listening. I just want to give you a couple of tips. Go over to dealfindersclub.com/resources to get more information on the things that we're talking about today, some downloads, and some links to some of our partners that can help you do your business better. And if you want to get connected and join us at some of our live events, check out the events page right there on dealfightersclub.com. And if you're ready to build, reach out through a message or chat with us through the website. You can find us there. And hey, as always, like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.
And of course, always, if they don't fit, then do you know anyone who does? Or if they do fit, you know anyone else who might be interested? Now, you will find something interesting about private money lenders is sometimes they don't want to share. Sometimes they won't tell their friends about you. Why do you think that is? They want it for themselves. They're a little selfish too. It's all right. It's okay. I understand. But yeah, so you got to ask. You got to ask if they know anybody else.